Hi everyone, welcome to Conversion Conversations. This is Cameron, and today I am not talking about Transformers. That is because I have a pile of Gundams that I never built. I've had these Gunpla kits for like 2 or 3 years now. They've just been sitting here. We can take a quick peek. Over there in that corner, right there we go. There's like another 6 kits. And Tom has mentioned his interest in building up some Gunpla stuff. So we thought, well, why don't we do some test footage? I'll do one video build on Conversion Conversations, and then as Tom's figuring out his Gunpla show that he wants to do, his Gundam show, we can use this as some test footage. So, what we have are, I love, for my personal taste in Gundam stuff, I love the mooks. I love the army builders. I'm not a big fan of Gundams themselves, but I love the mass-produced mobile suits. So here we've got Leo because Gundam Wing was my first exposure to Gundam. This kit, oh, there's nothing on the back. This kit we will be building together soon in the future, and it'll be a 3-person build at the same time. We each have a kit, Nate, Tom, and I. So that one's going to sit back here. But what I have also is the flight type Leo unit. So this will be a Leo. It's the same exact kit as the high grade Leo, same exact model kit, with some additional stuff in it, and it's a different color. So we're gonna take about. Oh, also I've got a new webcam. So depending on the footage, you might see it from the top, or you might see it from below. We've got. Instead of the green Leo colors, we've got blue Leo colors, and it almost looks a little purpley. I'm not sure how I'm gonna, by the way, like depending on how I do this footage and edit it, it might not be one long video, it might be edited in chunks. We'll figure it out. But we're gonna open that up. That's a very satisfying bag opening. Okay, so this looks like sprue kits and stuff. For the, we've got our shield, we've got armor pieces on the thighs and legs, all that stuff. Neat. Here we've got our black molded pieces, our gun, some canisters, gray pieces, and then a little yellow piece. I love how they do this molding here, where they shoot 2 different colors into the molds. That's always real neat to see. We've got this guy. This looks like a deeper purple color. Ooh, let me just get in here with my nips. So, we've got beam sword effect pieces. That's neat. We've got dark blue pieces. This looks like some wing pieces for the actual flight suit. That's the additional bit for this kit. And then we've got looks like some thrusters, and maybe that's like a tank, a fuel tank. Here is the flight pack. I think this is the new sprue entirely. This is all bits for the flight pack. And I'm not a huge, like, this is, I built Gundams when I was little, when I was younger. My favorite at the time was Heavy Arms. I think I built a Death Scythe, which was cool. But it's been a while, so I'm not up on like what's new in the Gundam world in terms of technology. Here we got, I don't know what these are, little gray pieces, and some dark blue and dark gray pieces. Some more weapons. We got some more weapons over here. These look like some feet bits, some other stuff over here, and then more of the gray pieces. And we've got our instructions. Well, sweet. Let me get this out of the way. All right. So here we've got our instructions that hopefully we can see on both cameras. There's instructions for the wing kit, there's instructions for everything. We want to do the base build first, which is on this side. And I believe I've got all the correct tools. I've got some nippers, right here. And I've got some sandpaper, just in case I need to sand out some bits after I nip things off. And I think that's all I need. I think when I was younger, I thought I had to use super glue on the kits and it messed things up. But as far as I know now, it's just snapping. So that's all I got to worry about. So let's muddle our way through this shit. Starting out at the beginning, we've got, okay, assemble them in numerical order. That's nice and easy. If it gives me that, it's built it twice. Here, select a part to attach. Okay, that's like, I guess, build options. And here's like, don't cut this thing. Okay, so we're gonna start out. Let's figure out how to identify these sprues, I guess. Here is, it says 13 up top. It gives me numbers and letter. Oh wait, that's probably not a 13. Is that a B? Maybe that's a B. So that's B, so those are B pieces. These are F2 pieces. These are G3 pieces, also PC7. I'm sure that like anyone who's built Gundam is probably screaming at me like, no, you gotta do this like a certain way. I am definitely muddling my through. Okay, so here's our main sprue. This is A, that makes sense, that's A. Then we've got B and C, and I'm assuming that A, B, and C is like the main build, and then the rest of the stuff is like all accessory armor maybe? We'll figure it out. Okay, so starting out, we've got C3. So we are starting in C, and our sprues are nicely numbered, 1, 2, 3. So grab our little nips. Now, when I'm cutting things out, I'm assuming I want to cut towards, with my flat side, towards the model kit. So here I've got a ball joint. I want to make sure I don't cut that ball joint. Okay. Like so. And then over here, like so. Neat. And then I've got a little bit of, I guess you wouldn't call that mold flash. But we've got a little bit that we can just take a little sandpaper, give it a little once over. Well, isn't that neat? Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is disassemble, take out all my model pieces, leave them on the sprues so I can easily identify what's what. But I'm going to do this, we've done it with one piece, I'm going to do this all off camera and we'll come back ready to build. Okay, so we've got all the sprues cleaned up now and I've got things organized, I believe. Let's start with our build. So we're going to start out, we're going to be at sprue 3, C, grabbing part 3 from C, and then parts B1, 2 B1s, and a B2. So if we're at B1, we've got these 3 pieces right here. Cool. And then we've got, we're going to take this in this orientation with the ball up, and we're going to grab these guys. It looks like they are going to slide in on each side like so. They fit nicely. Cool. Same thing on the other side. Another B1 over here. So we're just building some jointage, which I've always liked about these figures is that like we're building things up to, and then this has a tab on this side that's going to go in over here. Where at the end we're going to have an articulating model, and obviously it's not the same as an action figure, but it's going to be pretty sweet. Okay, so with that done, then we're going to go to sprue A, and we've got A7, A8, and A6. So we're going to come over here, we're going to grab A7, A8, and A6, which is this port here. I think, are we building, I guess we're building the torso. A7, if we're in this orientation, goes on here. Like, oop. We go up a little higher. Yeah. So I'm seeing 2 ports on A7 that need to slide in. Or do I have A8 by accident? No, this is A7. Oh, my orientation is flipped. There we go. Now we can slide in like so. Coming on the back with A8. Like so. And now we've got a little torso. That's neat. And then A6 comes in and covers the back port here, which I assume this back port is where our flight gear will go on when we're done building that section. Awesome. Then we've got, oh crap, we've got polycaps. I looked up what PC means. It means polycaps. Okay, we've got polycaps to build, and we need A9. A9 is right here, and we've got 2 polycaps. So I was reading up on like the different parts of Gundam building, how different things work, and it's interesting, like the way the technology changes. And I may be wrong, but if I remember correctly, the original Gundam Wing model kits that came out when the show was around, I don't think polycaps were a thing at that point yet. But it's a neat way to do jointage. There we go. Like so. And then this orientation is like this. So I think we can take this piece and we can take our torso, and we've got our wide section here and our section of our torso here, and we can fit our polycap inside in this orientation. And now we've got an articulating torso. Look at that! That's pretty sick. We want A10, which is our waist armor piece. There we go, like so. So now look at that! Look at that articulation. That's very cool. I definitely believe that is probably not a new technology, but for me, not having built anything since the early 2000s, that is a new technology. Awesome. Now we're building our head. So you want C7, which is the yellow. It's the eye piece, but it's not actually an eye, right? It's like a light, and then there's a sensor, and then A1, which is right over here. We stick C7 in A1. That might be a little hard. We can come over here in front of the camera, see if we can show. Oh, you know what? That's why I've got these bad boys right here. I got it. I was very worried I'd lose that thing forever. But here we've got our eyepiece, and we can line it up and hopefully get it to engage. See if we can get it in there. There we go. All right. So our light sensor is in here. Next we have A2, which is the top of our Leo's head, like so, and we are just sliding up into that headpiece. Like so. There we go. Sweet. A3, which is this piece, has a swivel. Oh, that's interesting. So I kind of assumed that there would be a, I guess this is still part of the head. This is not the neck yet. We'll get articulation at the neck piece. So then we have C, 17 and 18. C, 17 and 18 are right over, I see them. These two dark pieces over here. Definitely don't remember which one's which, but we can figure out by the shape. I think I already got it. The curve needs to be at the back of the head. And there's tabs and slots that'll click together, hopefully. I feel like I'm forcing it. Let me Peel that off. And let me know if you're a Gunpla builder. I probably don't have all the right tools I need. So yeah, there's a tab over here. There's a slot right here. You can kind of see that. That's what I'm trying to force together. If there's tools that are like, oh, you definitely need these things. I'm not looking on tools on like painting stuff. I don't think I need anything. I'm not trying to paint anything right now, but just building. If there's anything I need that'll make life easier in terms of removing stuff from sprues, cleaning stuff up, all that good stuff, I'm definitely looking for recommendations. Ah, there we go. There's a vent side, and then another side over here. There we go. Good clicks, satisfying. And look, there's that classic Leo head. I love it. I love the way that looks. So we've got our torso built, we've got our head built. Those are going to go together later. I guess that's on a ball joint, so we'll have that articulation. Next, we're going to do... can we move this up? Our next steps are the shoulders and arms. So I need from B, I need 6, 3, and 7. And I've got a symbol here saying assemble in numerical order. So 3 to 7 goes first, and then 6 goes on top. Gotcha. So we're coming in. Here is 6, and I got to do 2 of them. There's a 6. Here's 7s. And then I need 3s. 3s, B3. 3s are on the outside of the sprues. 1, 2. I really like the when you have the dark blue and the light blue together, that looks really, really good. So taking a 7, taking a 3, putting it down so it can, is it agnostic to the orientation? No, it's not. Okay. Putting it down so that we have that ball joint, and then we can put 6 down on top. There we go. There's a little one. Same thing on this side. Take a 7, take a 3 into it. Now here's a question. So I'm playing the Transformers TCG, which is fun. With wedding stuff, I'm taking a little break, but I plan on getting back into it. I don't have any desire. A11 is what I need next. 2 of them. These are these bad boys. I don't really have any desire to play other trading card games, but I am a little nostalgic for, does anyone remember, here we go, A11. Does anyone remember there was a Mobile Suit Gundam trading card game? I think when Wing was a thing. It was back when I was last in a Gundam. And like you had mobile suits and you had your mechs. I always liked Oz and the Oz mechs. I don't remember what it was called. I'd have to look it up. But did anyone ever play that? Does anyone remember what I'm talking about? Maybe you can send a link my way. I wonder if that's probably just not still a thing. I don't know. Gundam's still huge, so maybe there's like a Japanese only game or something. So yeah, there we have our shoulder joints. Next we're going in and we are building, what am I seeing here? We're building a shin, or forearm? A forearm it looks like? Yes. So we're going to go in and we've got A18s. A18. Got to build 2 of these again. 118, 218. And then we've got a 19, 19, 1, 2. Okay. B4s. B4s are these guys up here. 1, 2. Build these first. Okay, so the B4 is going to go into the A19. And that is not symmetrical, but it goes in this way, it looks like. And then the 18 comes in on top, like so, giving us a neat little forearm. Oh, it's not closing all the way. Maybe I'm doing something wrong on my orientation of the, you know what? It's telling me something about the orientation of the B unit. Let me kind of pop that open, split these apart. There we go. Okay. So what's it telling me? The long side is up. So I had it right. I had the long side up. The short side was on the short side. So what could we be doing wrong here? Putting B4 back in place. And then coming back in with A18. One side just does not want to close. But that is the correct orientation. Yeah, I wonder what's up there. We'll keep moving on. Same thing on this side. Put that in. Come in. This way. Or you know what? I am not following directions. Come in this way. It's important. I'm sure it's important. If I'm gonna come out of this with a crappy looking flight type Leo, that one fits much better. It'll be because of something other than me just not reading directions. So we've got our shoulders, we've got our forearms. Now what? I need A12. A12 I see right here and right here. I also need, you know what? Again, skipping steps. C11 and C10. C11 and C10 are right over here. We got an 11 and a 10 on each side. Okay, so I've got this forearm. It's in this orientation. I take my 11, that's this piece. I'm putting that in that C-clip right on top like so, oriented up, and then have a clip cover that's going right there. Neat. Same thing on this side. Take that piece, coming in, clip down, oriented up, take this piece, covering right on top. There we go. Okay, with that done, I take this assembly, and I take my A12, and I make sure my orientation is correct. This half moon section should be down. Set it on through here, and then taking this piece and putting it through like so. Look at that. Look at that arm assembly. That's awesome. Same thing on this side. This piece, take the half moon down, come in this way, take this piece, shoot the, oh, is something not clicking over here? Nope, there it is. There's my arm sections. And then I've got hands. I've got armored hands. It's an A20 and a B5. So my B5s are my fists. Those come in right here. A20 is over on this sprue. 19, I see 19. 20s are down here. My little armored fist covers. Like so and like so. I can take my, and I guess I should make sure my orientation is right. If this is this hand, then my ball joint comes in, and my wrist cover, my ball joint is like so. Oh, almost. Got a tab. That is a very small tab that I'm struggling with. You know what? It is keyed in a certain way, and I guess I should make sure I'm using the correct ball joint for the correct wrist. There we go. So much easier the other way around. So yeah, these are keyed in a certain way, which makes sense. There we go. And then I've got this arm built and this arm built. Look at that. I mean, for the base piece, like, we're chugging along. We got our torso, our arms, and our head, I think, kind of done. Little high-grade Gundam action. I'm enjoying it. Okay, so I've got my pieces assembled. It's time to build things up. So we're going to start out putting our head on top, and then this arm goes in, and this arm goes in. And look at that. Little teeny tiny little Gundam mans. I hope that didn't piss anyone off. Little teeny tiny Leo. I dig it. Oh no, is that fucked up? No, we're good. Aside from getting his arms backwards, there we go. Look at that. I think he looks real nice. The head mobility is pretty limited, it looks like. Actually struggling to get useful mobility out of that. We got good mobility on the torso. Do I need to pull the head up a little bit? I guess, can we spin? No. So we got just a teeny tiny bit of mobility here. But the torso moves, so I guess that's helpful. All right. So then, with that done, we're going to set him aside. He's going to chill out by the sprues, and we're going to work on some legs. It looks like we build the legs starting with the feet. So we start on sprue C, and we've got 14 and 15. And we mix and match our sets. So C14 and 15 comes together, like so. Nice satisfying clicks all around. And then C14 and 15 comes together on this end. There we go. All right. Now we've got the blue pieces that we're adding onto this gray. So we've got B9, B10, and A30. Coming in over here, it looks like B9, B10, A30s. A30's got to be some obvious feet coverings. Oh, it's a small piece. Well, where is it on the sprue? A30 is down at the bottom. Makes sense. I do like the way kits are set up. These instructions are pretty great. I don't feel like I'm struggling, and I'm not like the smartest person in the world, so that's pretty nice. I can slide this piece on, I can slide my B10 on, and then I can slide my light blue covering on, like so. Same thing on this side. Put that on, put that on, and then put this piece on. Eh? Get it to, you know what? That needs a little cleaning up, doesn't it? Coming in. Give it a little sanding. There we go. I'm definitely like doing this once. I'm looking forward to the group build because I think we'll be able to. Ooh. Okay, So what did I just mess up? I just squeezed really hard unnecessarily on some plastic. So there's some stress. So that wasn't there for any reason other than me being an impatient fool and being careless with my plastic. These are model kits. These are not action figures. That's okay though. Still comes together. This is a good first trial. You know what's foolish of me is that this is like, I think, the expensive version of this kit. I think the actual base kit is like 20 bucks, and since this is like the Bandai premium one or whatever, because it has the extra bits and it's blue, it's like 40 bucks nowadays or something, which I should be a little more careful, but good to know. Okay, then I've got A31, which is this piece, B15, which is up in here. I see B14, B15's are right here. And I need another polycap. Polycaps all around. 1, 2. Okay. Now my steps are take the polycap, put it on the 15 first. There we go. Get a good click. Same thing over here. You can do a little close-up action. There we go. Then A31 is going to sit in, it looks like this has a little ball joint. You can see that. It's coming in like so to grab. That's super floaty. That's interesting. That's an interesting part of the build. We'll have to see where this ends up going. Same thing on this side. The non-polycap side goes into that. I guess those are hip joints. Okay, then A29 and A28 are our lower leg pieces. Looks like those just go together. Oh no, it's not a hip joint, it's an ankle joint. A29 and A28, again, ports and pegs snap together nicely. Okay, then this piece, our I guess foreleg shin piece, has a port, I don't know what you call it, a rod for a C-clip to attach to, and I guess I want to make sure my orientation is correct, and it goes this way. Yep, looks correct. Peg it through. Now I'm curious if, okay, so if I build it like this, and then I draw this up into here, that feels a little easier. And this has to come down here. Nope, that worked that time. I'm not sure what I did wrong or correct, but it did come together. So same thing again. Coming in here. And coming in here. Much easier the second time around. No idea what happened. But no, look, we got some lower legs. Some good looking lower legs. I really like the aesthetic of the general units in Gundam Wing. I think that just is something that just really grabbed me. Gundam 00 is another show that I liked. I like the general, I think I just like the cleaner lines, the more industrial look, the less stylistic look. B12 are our knee joints. And let me know, like I don't collect, but I have high grade model kits, because those are the model kits, just stick those in there, that have the general, like the generic, the mass produced units in them. Are there like master grade versions of these guys that I should check out? I don't see myself collecting a bunch of actual Gundam units, but I'd love to get Maganacs. Those are my favorite ones from Wing. I think those would be cool. Okay, so 22 and 21 come together like so. Nicely, simply. Then the C joint comes down, and I want to make sure that the orientation is that this is this a symmetrical right now? I guess it is, so it doesn't care about the piece, but we're going to put that there. And that looks correct. Same thing on this side. We've got a little cap to fill in one of the areas. Same thing on this side. Coming in like, oop. Right. Lining things up like so. Coming down on it like so into that C-clip. And now we've got these pieces done. We've got these teeny tiny little, I think these are the smallest. Let me hold on with the tweezers. I think these are the smallest pieces in the model kit right here. They are little caps that go in. Let me see what the orientation. This piece is down. Oh, almost. There we go. And I believe these are removable because some of the add-on kit stuff engages with this port. So this is like a hard point that you can mount the thrusters on, if I remember correctly from the show, that sort of stuff. Which I dig the the customizability of the model kits. Even at right, the high grade kit is like the budget level. Like these kits are what, $15 ish when they're at retail, but they still feel neat and customizable. And then the higher end ones are even nicer than that. Okay, so our knees are a little exposed, so we're going to build some armor for them. We've got A27 pieces right here, and then I need B. The back piece is a dark blue. Again, love, I don't build a ton of model kits, but it just makes me happy that there's different colors that we can build on, so you don't super need, orientation's wrong. So there's a little slot back here that we want to make sure goes in a certain way. And then this armor piece goes on top, and this is symmetrical, it looks like. I really like... Oh, that feels good. That's some good articulation. I like the different color options, so that for me, someone who doesn't intend on customizing with paint, I can still enjoy the build and get a nice looking model at the end of it. Maybe this isn't nice looking, but this is mostly not nice looking because of my newness. But still awesome. Okay, so with that done, it looks like I need to build some hip joints. So I've got B13, B14 into more polycaps. So here is polycaps 1 and 2 that I need. 13 and 14 on the B sprue, which are these two sets. Oh, and I think that's all of B. Look at that. The whole sprue's done. There's our last B pieces. This went faster than I thought. I thought this would be like an hour build. But so far, I think I'm at 40 minutes-ish. So let's see. Go into... So the polycap goes into 14. Like so. And 14 attaches to 13. That's all right. The perspective is messing with me. We can scroll this up. Here's what I'm looking at. This looks shorter in perspective than it actually is in real life, but once I put it together, that is correct. Nope, that's right. So that is 14 and 13. and that is going to take this guy, tightly fit the parts as far as they'll go together. Yep. And does this just sit in like so? Yeah, I think it's just like squeeze it down in there. That's what it means. Like so. There's our leg. So then other side, put this on polycap on a 14, come in with 16 this time, like so, come in here, like so. And there's our two legs. New page. I think I did some simultaneous building that they didn't intend for me to do. But I've got my legs done, and then it looks like it is time for me to build up our waist. So I've got C19 going, 20 going into 19, and then A14. Here's A14. C19 is this piece. C20 is this piece. So first step is 20 going into 19. 19 is in this orientation, 20 is coming up, sliding in like so. A14 is some waist armor that is going to come up into, oh, I think I got that slotted in exactly right. Yep, coming in like that. Awesome. Looking good. Then I've got, switching it to this orientation, C2. C2 is up here. So I might be mixing up pieces. Two of these are C2s, and one of these is a C3. That one has a tab, these two have ports. The two ports are coming in underneath, and it looks like there are ports below here that these will slide up into, like so, giving us those skirt thrusters. Same thing on this side. Awesome. Dunsies. Then we come in. I did something right. So this came off the sprue, and I did not cut at this location because I was like, maybe I need to wait. And yeah, it says right here, look, cut here. Beautiful. So I am a good boy. I did the thing correctly, and I'm waiting to cut. And now I'm cutting. Carefully. I think I need to get like nicer nippers. Alright. Separated, and then I can cut this piece off. Nice and careful. Come in with this. Alright. So I've got this guy. These are my rear skirt pieces. They come down. My orientation is wrong. They come down like so. Awesome. Then I've got so that goes first, A16, which is this guy. A16 is coming in on this orientation to go over this piece? That doesn't seem right. Oh, flip the orientation. And I'm covering up the two ball joints. So this is essentially going to hold these skirt pieces in place, it looks like. If I got them down and flush. Like so. Brilliant. Then I've got, what, C1. C1 is the solitary guy with the tab. He comes in at the bottom, and I want to make sure I orient it so the right angle piece is up. He comes in third, and he goes in right there. Awesome. Then A13 and A17 is additional hip skirt armor. They come in on the sides. They've got ball joints right here. Let me make sure my orientation is correct. Ooh. So if this is the front, then I build it up like so. Yep. Brilliant. With that done, I come in with my polycap. Like so. Ooh. Like so. Bring in the top piece. Oh, and look at my little Leo. Look at this guy. And then that's the next part is fitting the port. If I want to mount him on a stand, there's a port down here. But that is Leo built up. The next set of instructions is regarding his jetpack. I'm gonna figure out these accessories, right? We've got this piece, his shield, which I thought goes up here. I don't know if it needs to go here somehow, but I've got the shield, I've got his gun and a canister. So let's see if we can find where the accessory instructions are. Get that back out of the way. So that was our main build. We'll talk about that in a second. Here's our jetpack. Here is all the accessory stuff. So, just talking about the main body, like, I just like this sort of guy a lot. This simple, clean robot. I wish the head was more articulated. I mean, that is the way it works, but I wish this top part spun independently. That's a little disappointing, but look at, I mean, it's a model, so I can't handle it the same way as an action figure. But like that's real good articulation. You get the arm 360. You can go up that high. You've got a deep elbow pivot. You've got ball jointed wrists. You've got a double jointed torso. You can get up so far on the leg. Can deep bend here on the knee. Come back. That's how far you get before you meet the thruster, and you still got a double jointed knee. Again, I gotta learn to be a little more careful. I'm manhandling my guy, but you got some ankle tilt. And yeah, like the Leo is just, to me, a classic mass-produced mobile suit. I know it's not the first, but for me, this was just a really important design and character. I'd call it a character. I think the Leo has the characterization of being the workhorse of the Oz mobile forces, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Yeah, he's looking good. Okay, so I do see directions on some of the kits. It looks like the additional sprues we have, this is all extra stuff. It looks like not on the main build. So this is a wing. This is the part of the flight suit. This is all, I think these are all parts of the flight suit. And then this is new accessories that aren't part of the base kit, I'm willing to bet. So this will all come into play in the second video, some more polycaps. Instead, we're just going to finish up what is on our base sprues. So we do have a gun. We've got a gun that goes in half. Here we go. This is the 105mm rifle. Big gun. Fit it together, and then it has a aiming sight piece that goes up top, like so. Can put this in his hand. Yeah, look at that. Then we've got a canister. Oh, it's a machine. Oh, no, it's not done yet. This rifle has I'm assuming this is like a machine gun canister. So these pieces, they would come together. First we take this guy. Let me make sure I've got my orientation correct. And I'm not 100% understanding what is connecting here. Okay, so this piece we come in like so. Is that correct? Yes. And then this piece, so we've got C6 goes into C5, and then C4 closes on top of that. Yep. And now this whole piece, this slot that it is created is going to go into our gun barrel. So this is, there we go, like so. So now this goes, as this is the 105mm gun from our Leo. I gotta go watch Gundam Wing again, I feel. And we can hold it with both hands. And the way we hold things with both hands on the Leo is a bit of trickery on the model kit. We remove this piece of plating, and then we can come in, get our arm. Ooh, we got to come in and get our arm all the way over and come in from beneath to grab our gun, and then come in up top and put the back of the palm plating up. And there we go. There's our Leo holding the rifle. The other pieces, this is all part of the extra kit, it looks like. It's our shield. We got to make sure we've built our shield. So I've got these bits of plastic left. So we have C9, that's clearly this piece. This is going to connect onto A5. Like so. Okay. Oh, look at that. Gets us a little bit of gray in our light blue shield. I dig it. Then we have our... in our shield are our laser sword pieces. And I'll admit, I've never loved the laser swords in Gundam, but I know it's pretty classic. It's been there since the beginning. But there we go. So he can draw his laser sword handles like so. And then I guess that means to mount this, we would take off, it looks like we take off a piece of his shoulder armor carefully. And then we come in with our I see. This blue piece connects to our shield like so. And then this piece can mount in place. So that is our field kit for having our shield and laser swords. So this becomes an extra piece. But yeah, here is, I assume this is the base Leo. The only piece that must be part of the base kit is our actual laser sword lasers. So I'm not going to remove them right now, but we've used everything from the base kit, and this was a fun build. Got our Leo all built up. I decided to let's just do one long video. I got all the other pieces. So these runners now are the ones that are new to the flight pack, is from what I understand. And we've got some different pieces here to build the flight pack. We're going to start out with this guy right here, these wings. This is G26. Making sure our orientation of our wing is correct. Now with this orientation, we've got our vents at the bottom. Then we can form our hard point to attach to Leo's back. Third time's the charm. Hopefully that's not too busted up by me repeatedly disassembling and reassembling that. It feels like the plastic's pretty durable. I don't think that'll be an issue. We put in our fuel tanks at the bottom. They click into place nicely. And there we go. These are, that is the completed wing pack. So we can come back here. We can take off the back port we put in, if I can. Maybe I can come in here, get under there. There we go. Set that port down, port in our backpack, And then I believe we just got to put in on the sides. So right here, we can take out this piece carefully. Set that aside. I definitely need a Tupperware for this guy. Take out this piece. Take off both the legs pieces, and then we can give him his side thrusters. So that's a pretty simple little build. We just put our nozzles, our exhaust nozzles inside our thrusters. And then here we go. This is the closest thing they had to an aviation suit. I guess the Ares came out around the same time, I believe. But there we go. Here is our actual flight pack Leo, all flight packed up, and he is looking pretty cool. I dig it. It's definitely got like an old school Rocketeer vibe. I want to be very careful not to like knock off all his other bits. But yeah, so that is essentially, Leo is done. Everything else is extra pieces. So for example, we have this shoulder piece. If instead we wanted to mount up a different shoulder gun, we could. It's molded in the same color plastic, but there is a mountable turret we can stick up here and then put on his shoulder. If I remember correctly, this is something like the Commanders had. Maybe it needs a adapter piece. Let me take a look-see. I'm going to try the other way around. We're going to put this piece on first. Get that in the... Let's just take his arm off. We'll put this on, get that in there, and now we can put the shoulder piece on just by pushing it down. There we go. So yeah, if you want like a Commander Leo, but yeah, like that, to me, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good at all. I'd rather just keep that off. It's a nice alternate piece. Maybe if I've got a bunch of Leos, then I want to try and figure out how to like differentiate them. I might end up using that. But I just really like the base, like, flat piece of armor that just shows. I really like the exposed ball joint in the Leo design. That's just a cool aesthetic to me. The rest of this is all just different pieces of kit to do, again, different customization stuff. We got a bunch of weapons. We've got the big tall geese gun. I forgot what this is called. The Dober gun, I believe. And this lets us snap together like so, and like so. Getting our big old gun. It's got some extra pieces. Let's see. It's got this guy goes in right here, and then it's got a grip that goes in on a ball joint right here, like so, and we get like a whole shoulder mounted piece, it looks like. What do we got? This piece has the ball joint. We can connect this piece on top of this shoulder piece. Neat. So this piece goes in. Then I can slide this piece on top. Okay, and now we've got like a whole, we'll take the flight pack off real quick. We'll pretend that he's flown. He landed, and then he's gonna get out his big old gun. What other pieces are we dealing with here for this, mounting this thing? I assume that this, yeah, we can mount this on the shoulder, and then his hand can come in and take it. Yeah, that looks sick. That looks real awesome. I really, really dig that. That just, yeah, oh, I like it. I like it a lot. The other pieces we have this bazooka fits together nicely. There we go. This bazooka gets, I believe, a 2-piece sight. Let's see, connects like so. And then this whole thing looks like it connects right here. And that's the kit. We've got extra shoulder pieces, we've got the shield that I really like, we've got the 105mm cannon, we've got the bazooka, we've got the Dober gun. Yeah, this is just a really cool kit. I know that there's like the base Leo green that has all the different armaments and everything that you could ever want on it. And I intend on picking that up and just building out a little Leo army. But the flight suit is sick as hell. I really like this extra piece. I think this one is if you're trying to get into Gundams, it feels like this is a really easy, simple build. I was able to do it in an hour, and I'm an idiot. And I wasn't even like really following the instructions because I'm an idiot. And yeah, this was just really no stickers. I really like that there are no stickers. You know, you use a little file, and you use some nippers, and I think it looks really, really nice. It's really sick. So that's it for today's video. I know it's a long one. If you stuck around the whole time, thanks. We'll see how I edit it. Hopefully I can edit it to be a lot shorter. But we'll see. All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.